What's up guys, Uncasual Gamer here, and today I'm going to give you a quick tour of my game room. So this is not the biggest collection in the world, in fact it's far from it, and there's a lot bigger tours out there. But over this year, I'm going to be kind of changing a lot in here. So I thought now was a good time to give a really brief tour of the room, show some of the collection, so show some of the highlights, and then look at where this room's kind of going to go across this year. And just a caveat that my Xbox Series X and my PS5 are both downstairs at the moment in the living room, so they're not actually in the game room, as weird as that sounds. And that's just because me and my fiance have been playing on the bigger TV downstairs rather than sat up here, which is on the kind of top floor and a smaller room. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so when you first come into the room, this is what you see. We've got all the kind of main game collection over here in terms of physical games. We've then got a bunch of consoles and special editions on here. We've got my racing sim in the corner, TV over here, and then some couple more bits to the left. But we'll start down here. So this is the first set of shelves. At the top here, we've got Guitar Hero Legends of Rock on the Xbox 360. This is complete in box. Obviously, the box is a bit kind of scuffed around the edges, but you're going to get that with a game that's probably, like 15 years old now, maybe older. We've then got a selection of a few of my DSs. So we've got an OG DS, DSi, DS Lite, 3DS, and a DSi XL on here. A couple more DSs down here, both DS Lites, and then a collection of retro game magazines on here. This set of games at the bottom, so these are games that I've kind of not had a chance to put into the collection yet. So these are just games that I'm kind of waiting to put in. Recent pickup, stuff like that. We've got some PS2 games, a couple of PC games, a couple of Xbox 360 games. This was a good find recently at CEX, which is the Halo 3 and Fable 3, or just Fable, double pack. So yeah, pretty nice. And then as we move on to the full kind of physical game collection, we'll start with the Xbox 360. So probably my biggest, in fact definitely my biggest collection in terms of platform. Probably got about 250 games on this console, and the main bulk is here. We've also got some on here, and then we've got like some dotted around here and dotted around above the OG Xbox up there, just because they don't all fit together here. So obviously all the staples are included here. We've got your full set of kind of Halo games. We've got a few of the Call of Duties, the Forzas, the GTAs, Red Dead Redemption, a few of the Lego games. I've actually got quite a lot of duplicates on here, especially when you look at Gears of War. That's just from buying, was it 4 copies of Gears of War? That's just from buying bundles and consoles that come with that game, and it doesn't really trade in for much, so we just end up keeping the copies and got them all sat on the shelf. Not many highlights on the 360, just because there's not many big hitters out there for it. Obviously got a few steelbooks, so I've got Bad Company Gold Edition steelbook, we've got Dead Rising steelbook, we've got Bioshock steelbook, we've got Modern Warfare 2 steelbook, which is back down here, Lost Planet steelbook, Resident Evil 5 steelbook. So a few steelbooks, nothing too kind of valuable. We've got a couple of Spider-Man games, Digimon game, they're worth maybe like £10-15 each. That's probably about the highest in terms of value on this console. So moving up, we've got PSP. Quite a small collection, it's even though it is one of my favourite systems. But not many games, probably about 40 discs on here, and obviously half of them are UMDs anyway. Most of these are sealed, which I got in a bundle off eBay a couple of years back. And then the games, nothing really too special again. Obviously got GTA Vice City Stories, which is my favourite game on the system. We've got Lord of the Rings Tactics, which is a really good game actually if you've not played that. And then GTA Liberty City Stories, again another staple on this console. Little Big Planet, obviously most people will have that too. Okay, so moving on to the Nintendo Wii. Again, about 50 games in this collection, so similar to some of my other collections, not the biggest in the world. Lots of the staples on here, like most people have got. We've got your Mario Kart Wii, we've got Wii Sports Resort, we've got Super Mario Galaxy, which is one of probably the best Mario games, I actually think, especially in the kind of the more modern era. We've got 3 Wii U games. I don't actually have a Wii U console, so I don't know why I've got any games, but I've only got 3 of them. In the middle of these Wii games here, there's so much shovelware on the Wii, and I've got quite a lot of shovelware on it, as you can see. I think very much like the DS, this was a family console. It was a console that had such a wide audience that everyone made games for it. Every film that came out had a game. Everything that was going on in the world, had a game. We got Robbie Williams sing over here, for example. Like, who actually wants to play that? But hey, in amongst the shovelware, there are some hidden gems. I've got a couple of the Sonic games here, which are quite good. Sonic Colors and Sonic the Seven Rings. And then games like Epic Mickey, Wario Smooth Moves. They're not bad games, they're good games in there. Epic Mickey 2 as well. But yeah, in all, smallish collection. Most of the staples, most of the good games. And I do like the system. And then moving up again, we've got the OG Xbox. So probably about 100 games on this system. So one of the bigger, like I said, this is not the biggest collection in the world. So 100 games is quite a lot for one of my systems. And once again, this is mainly the staples. Obviously, you've got the Halo 2, you've got the Halo 1 on there, things like your Half-Life on here, pretty nice. Obscure is probably the most obscure game on this system. On to, in fact, firstly, Xbox 360. These are all demo discs. So I've got about 55 of the demo discs, which is not a full collection, but it's not a million miles off. So I'm kind of need to go through them and find out which the ones I'm missing. And then on to DS. So DS probably like 60 games on here. So again, not huge, but this has probably got a little bit more just because of the value of some of the Pokemon games. And we've not got them all, but we've got Pokemon Black, which is like a £50 game. Pokemon White 2, which is like a £90 game, I think, at the moment. Mystery Dungeon, which is a bit cheaper, but then we've got Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs, again, £30-40 game on there. Also got some of the staples on here, obviously, you know, Mario Kart and Mario vs Donkey Kong, Super Mario Bros. So kind of got all the necessary games on there. I am going for a full Pokemon DS collection, so in the near future I'll be hopefully adding Diamond, Pearl, White, all the ones I'm missing on there, but obviously because they're quite expensive, picking them up cheap is quite hard to come by. And then on to Vita, which is the smallest part of my collection. So I've only got, is it like 9-10 games on here? They hold the value pretty well. Went to Japan last year, so a couple of Japanese games. And then just like your Little Big Planet, Batman, Arkham, Batman Blackgate, sorry, which is actually a really good game on this console. Like a Lord of the Rings, big Lord of the Rings fan, so yeah, that's good too. And then up to PS1, again, fairly small collection, nothing too crazy on here. A few games that are like £20-30. Resident Evil 2 is there. Alone in the Dark, got that at Leeds Retro Game Market recently. We've got GTA 2, good game. There's a Spyro game here. So yeah, some good games in there. Also some kind of shovelware stuff, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like crap like that. PS4, kind of really small, downsizes actually recently, even though I've just got a PS5. Not much on this. Once again, it's mainly the staples. So you're talking about Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, The Witcher 3, Spyro, Skyrim, Assassin's Creed. Also got Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, which is over here on this wall. Yeah, nothing, again, crazy. It's kind of like the games that you expect to have on a PS4, and that's because I tend to prefer Xbox, so my Xbox collection's a bit bigger. So naturally onto the Xbox Series X and Xbox One. About 60 games in this collection. Highlights here. There's kind of a lot of games on this system that are really good. Obviously, we've got the Halo games. So on this console, I think it was just the Master Chief Collection Halo 5 that released on this. And obviously Infinite came on the Series X. But I've just chosen to play that on Game Pass rather than buy it. Fallout 4 was one of the best games of this generation, as was Red Dead Redemption 2, which is over here. The Evil Within 1, just completed the Evil Within 2, which is a fantastic game. Resident Evil Village. Also got some of the Resident Evil games downstairs. GTA the Trilogy, which was the remake that came out last year. Minecraft, Lego Star Wars, we love that, played that with my fiance. So yeah, this is probably one of my favourite systems after the 360, my favourite system of all time maybe, which I know it's a new system, so it's weird to say that, but yeah. So then onto some of the cooler stuff. Firstly, we've got the Halo 3 Legendary Edition up here, which is the big Halo 3 mask. That's not actually out at the moment. The box has got a bit tatty, but that's quite a valuable piece. Probably one of the most valuable, the most valuable game in my collection at about £200 at the moment. Got the Series Xbox up in the top corner, a couple of controller boxes, my Xbox One, which is in there, and then a gear stick for my G920, I think it is, racing sim. And then as we move left down here, we've then got, we'll start off with the Modern Warfare 3 Xbox 360 with the controller. We've got the Halo 3 Xbox 360 controller. We've got an OG Xbox in crystal, and we've got the blue, which I believe is an American variant, so very hard to come by over here. The blue Xbox original S controller in really good condition as well. Got that at a recent game market in Leeds. And then a couple of Japanese games back here. So we've got, I think it is Pokemon Tournament, is it? From Japan, and also Persona 4, which is a special edition, again from Japan, which fetches about £100 over here, I believe. Moving down, we've got 3 Wii systems. We've got the white Wii, the blue Wii, and the black Wii, with the Super Mario controller. Also got the Halo Reach Xbox 360 controller here. And we've got a pass back there, Resident Evil kind of style pass. PS2, we've got the silver PS2 and the black PS2. Really nice that the silver PS2 comes on a stand. We've got this off Facebook Marketplace for like 25-30 quid a few years back. Really good condition, there's not like a mark on it, and it came with 2 controllers as well. So I tend to play the black one if I'm playing, and the silver one more for kind of display purposes. And then moving down here, we have got The Last of Us 2, which is one of my favourite games of all time. You know, both Last of Us are up there in my top 5 games ever. This is a sealed controller, so never been opened. Very dusty. I think this fetches about, you know, over £100 at the moment. We've got The Last of Us Part 2, which is the Steelbook edition. Wolfenstein: The New Order Occupied Edition, The Last of Us Glass, and then my PS1 is also, the PlayStation 1, sorry, the original is hiding back there. Also with the PlayStation Classic, the mini console that launched a few years back. Moving over here, some more cool stuff. GTA Vice City, one of my favourite games of all time. We've got the Xbox double pack in really nice condition, and we've also got the PlayStation 2, the same double pack, also really nice condition, a little mark at the top, but they're both really nice. We've got Toy Story on the Mega Drive. I'm hopefully going to try and kind of collect all the Disney Mega Drive games as a Disney fan. One of my favourite pieces in the collection is the Vice City soundtrack. So this comes with, if I can take the top off with one hand. I am struggling, but I've just released a short on this. This comes with all of the radio stations, such as Flash FM, and they're all CDs, so yeah, really nice condition as well. Got that quite a long time ago now. The value's not gone up much, but it still does sell for like maybe 80 quid. And then got the San Andreas similar CD track, and another Japanese Super Famicom game, which is here, which is Donkey Kong 2, and a Guitar Hero DS, which is not really worth anything. Moving down, we've got some Xbox 360, so we've got this one which I custom painted myself using spray paint, kind of like a black and a goldy rust. My favourite console in the whole collection, which is my Halo 3 console, and we've got the Xbox 360 HD disc drive, which lets you play HD DVDs on the Xbox 360. Moving across left, we've got another Japanese Game Boy Mario game this time. We've got a few PSPs on here, so we've got the blue PSP and the red PSP, they've just fallen over in that display case. And we've got my standard black PSP in here, which is really the one I use just because the other two are in such good condition, I don't like using them. A custom painted orange DS. We've got the PlayStation Classic box at the back there, and we've got the Lego Jurassic World on the 360, which is sealed, and it's also got the Lego build inside. A couple more odd bits on here. We've got a Black Ops promotional pack, which has never been opened, from 2010, so that's like 14 years old now. So that's pretty nice. Put them back on there. And then moving down to the bottom, we've got a couple more just standard 360s. This was my original one that I played like pretty much from when it came out almost. My first one got the Red Ring of Death. This is probably my second console, but it's got the Guitar Hero stickers on the side. Nice to just keep. A standard black PS3. That one, it's not a backward compatible that. We have got a backwards compatible one over here, so I tend to play that one more. This is just the standard. And then in here, a lot of cool stuff in here. We've got a sealed copy of Mario Kart on the DS, so with the black trim. We've got my PlayStation Vita, which is in there. We've got another pink. This is the Hannah Montana variant of the PSP. Also, again, like absolutely like new condition, a bit dusty, could do for white, but it's not got like a mark on it or on the back. Really nice condition. Ori, Will o' the Wisps, the collector's edition, which is nice. GoldenEye on the Wii, box is a little bit fat, but all in there, like new. We've got a 2DS Mario variant. We've got my Switch box in there. A couple more Switch controllers in there too, a Charizard one. Japanese PSP game. Japanese PS Vita game. In fact, I don't know why that's not up with the Vita games. I need to move that off the top. Another another DSi XL in the red wine colour. So that's kind of most of the cooler stuff up there, if you like. And then just a couple more bits back over here before we leave. We've got a bulk demo disc on the PS2. And then on this shelf, we've got a few of my Switch games, which is obviously a tiny collection at the moment. You know, the main two, I guess, the main three being Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, traded in Breath of the Wild for that. Mario Kart Deluxe 8, which is obviously the game I got a Switch for. And Pokemon Diamond, which is my favourite Pokemon. Brilliant Diamond, my favourite Pokemon game of all time. And then just a few more kind of dotted games up here. And then as we come around here, we've got a signed Episode 1 Star Wars t-shirt from whenever that'll have been 1999 now. Needs to go up on the wall, some Coldplay records. We've got my PS3 down there, which is the backwards compatible one. Guitar Hero drums from World Tour. And it's a newer version as well, so the cymbals are pretty good on there. And my racing sim, so I'm a big F1 fan, so I like to play a lot of F1 on the sim. And then moving on here, a couple of pictures on the windowsill. So we've got my TV here. At the moment, we've just got the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360 hooked up there. Obviously, the 360 is also linked to my Xbox Live alongside my Series X, which means I can play that online as well, which is nice. And then as we come around here, we've got a few of my Guitar Hero guitars, love Guitar Hero, big fan of that. And then in the two drawers, this one tends to be mainly just wires, and this one tends to be all my controllers, some sim mics in there. Basically any controller is in there, so Wii controllers, Xbox controllers, for all the consoles. And then finally, as we move around to the left further, we've got the Xbox fridge, not actually plugged in because I don't tend to use it. My Switch is just lying around, and then just some other cool stuff at the bottom. And that is about it. So yeah, there you have it. That's a brief game room tour of how it is at the moment. Like I